Good morning students. Today we are going to start 4th chapter of class 7th simple equations. Before we start this chapter, first we will discuss some terms which are related to this chapter. So first term with us is variable. Now what is variable? Variable is a quantity that can take any value. Its value is not fixed. In mathematics you use symbol for variable like a, b, c up to z. So there are symbol for a number whose value is unknown. Next term with us is constants. Constants are the quantity whose value is fixed, like 1, 2, 3, 4. These are constants. Next term with us is expression, algebraic expression. Expression are formed by performing operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division on the variables and constant. If we attach two variable or constant with an operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication or division, then we will get an expression. So here is 6x minus 3 is an expression in variable x. Here x is variable and 6 and 3 are the constant. Next term is algebraic equation. So an equation is a condition on a variable such that two expressions in the variable should have the equal values. For example, 8x minus 8 is equal to 16 is an equation. The value of the variable in an equation for which the equation is satisfied is called the solution of the equation. Okay students, so now we are going to start our exercise 4.1 and first question of 4.1 is complete the last column of this table. So first I will going to explain what is in this table. So as you can clearly hear, in this table are 4 columns, and first column of serial numbers, second column of equation, third column of value and fourth column of see whether the equation is satisfied and or not satisfied. For completing this column, first we have to solve our equation with the help of given value, and then we conclude that the given value satisfied the equation or not. For this, first we write our equation, then we write our value. So we have to find the value solution of this equation at x is equal to 3. For this we put 3 in place of x in our equation. So first we are going to write our equation again, then we put 3 in place of x. So in the left side we have 3, in the place of x we put 3. So we have 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. Right side remain as it is. Then we have next line we have 6 is equal to 0. As we all know, 6 can never be equal to 0, so this equation is not satisfied. Second equation with us is x plus 3 is equal to 0, and we have to find its value at x is equal to 0. For this again we write our equation, then we put 0 in place of x. So we have 0 plus 3 in the left hand side and 0 in the right hand side. So we have 3 is equal to 0. It cannot be possible. So we write here not satisfied. Third equation is x plus 3 is equal to 0, and we have to find its value at x is equal to minus 3. For this we again write our equation and we put minus 3 in place of x. So we have minus 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. In left side we have minus 3 plus 3, and in the right side it remains 0. So we have in next line we have 0 is equal to 0 and it is satisfied. So students, in this way you can solve all the part of the first question. Now we are going to solve our second question, and second question is check whether the value given in the bracket is a solution to the given equation or not. So first I am going to explain this question. In this question, an equation is given to you, and next to this equation in the bracket a value are given, and you have to find out that given value is the solution of this equation or not. For this, first we write our equation, then we place value of n in the place of n. So value of n is 1, so we write 1 in the place of n, and we have 1 plus 5 in the left hand side, and right hand side remains same. So 1 plus 5 is 6 is equal to 19. It cannot be possible, so our equation is not satisfied. So we can see that the value given in the bracket is not a solution to the given equation. Next question, next part is 7n plus 5 is equal to 19 and value of n is equal to minus 2. In this question, first we write our equation and then we put minus 2 in place of n. So we have 2. 7 multiplied by minus 2 is equal to 19. When two signs are comes together, then you put your integer inside the bracket. So you have 7 minus 2, 7 multiplied by minus 2, and you have minus 14 plus 5 is equal to 19, and you have minus 9 is equal to 19. It cannot be possible, so it is also not a solution of the given equation. In this way you can solve the remaining part of this question and find out which is the solution of the given equation. Now move to our third question. Third question is solve the following equation by the trial and error method. Trial and error method. In the trial and error method, we put value of our variable until we get the solution of the equation. So here first we put p is equal to 0 in our equation. So we write our equation again and then we put 0 in the place of p. So we have p multiplied by 0 plus 2 is equal to 12. 5 multiplied by 0 is 0 plus 2 is equal to 12, and 2 cannot be equal to 12. So this is not a solution for our equation. Now we'll try another number. So we put 1 in place of p. We write our equation again. So we have 5p plus 2 is equal to 12. Then we write 5 multiplied by 1 plus 2 is equal to 12. 5 multiplied by 1 is 5 plus 2 is equal to 12, and we have 7 is equal to 12. 7 cannot be equal to 12, so it is also not an equation of our solution of our equation. Now we are going to put p is equal to 2. In place of p we write 2. So we have 5p plus 2 is equal to 12. In next line we place value of p here. So 5 multiplied by 2 plus 2 is equal to 12. 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. 12 is equal to 12. So p is equal to 2 is the equation, is the solution of the given equation. This is called the trial and error method. In this method you try values one by one until you get a suitable answer, solution. Now solve second part of the third question by yourself. Thank you.